and help there? Or...
Yeah, and that's why it's a cool pick too, because it goes in line with a lot of the times Abed, he is going to be such a big focus on the side of Fnatic. If you take this bounty hunter, it's hard for them to play like a straight up dual lane.
Right.
Because for example, like think of Abed's iconic heroes like his Invoker. You don't want to dual lane Invoker Sand King versus bounty +1. That's going to feel miserable.
Side ban. Centaur ban.
Yeah. So the question now, there's like two questions. The hero that Fnatic was most successful with was the Lycan, and it's good against the Razor. And then you just
run away, yeah.
Yeah, and second thing too is last time Secret's response to the Gyrocopter was the Kunkka, and it hasn't been banned. And so this is the question now, if these are the things that happen. So they still need a 5-position hero too for Pi. Maybe they go like Visage or something and play really fast with Grave Chill. They could do that too. Oh, wait, no, it's banned. It was second banned. I couldn't see it from that angle.
Right. Yeah, we have like a screen here where it's really tiny, and then we have the monitor, and it's kind of at the far end of it. It's hard to see from the surface.
It's okay.
We are both short-sighted.
So that's the Pi hero?
That is the Pi hero with the Ancient Apparition. I mean, DJ Sand King.
They still need a YapzOr hero. There's Witch Doctor, Rubik.
Speak of the devil.
There it is.
For Fnatic, I
mean, this is good team fight so far for Fnatic, I think.
Yeah.
But are they going to play that way?
I think it's good balance. They have good lanes too. They haven't had to show either other core either.
Yeah, that's nice.
They don't need to reveal where this gyro's going. Like, I've seen Abed play it, I've seen Envy play it.
Three picks in and only 24 seconds left in their bonus time.
Profit.
That says something. We have seen a Pi Prophet, obviously, but this is more like Universe Prophet.
Yeah, it's meant to mess with the lanes, because if you think that they're going to be dead lane supports in this game, moving around, Nature's Prophet with the Treants is very effective against that.
5 seconds remaining.
For scouting with the trees, or just
no, just harassing. Because if you're a support, unless you're there's like 2 supports that don't mind. We'll see.
What don't mind getting punched by the trees?
Yeah, like Coddle, for example, just blasts.
Right.
We saw Visage yesterday, just like continuously grave shield them and then right click them down. But I'm still waiting on Secret. They could take Kunkka's still an option. They could take Storm.
Would you pick a Storm this early though? I mean, I guess there's not that much lockdown on the side of Fnatic at the moment.
Yeah.
That being said, there's not that much lockdown on the side of Secret either.
Yes.
There's not much tower push. I think that in previous game, Secret, they had they could take their time, but it wasn't until minute 17 or something that they took the first tower on the side of Fnatic's side.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Like, if there was a weakness to their draft, maybe the lack of push would be it.
I think they're comfortable, though, just taking fights non-stop against Fnatic.
Yeah.
Fnatic seem comfortable taking non-stop fights against Secret.
I mean, you don't need to rush to take a tower if everybody's dead.
Yeah.
And if you're comfortable, you have the late game anyway.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the Rubik came before the Kunkka. I thought it would have been, but...
Ooh, Tiny is still in the pool. Never mind. Tiny is picked.
Yeah.
I wonder what that gave away. Did you hear them?
What?
I think I heard them, but I also thought about it like, I don't know, maybe it was him saying it that made me think about it, like subconsciously. It's like, oh yeah, still in the pool. Because we've seen him obviously banned out very early on and picked very early on in previous drafts.
5 seconds remaining.
If there's a hero, by the way, for Fnatic that I think would be kind of cool, would be DK.
DK for Fnatic?
Yeah.
I mean, you got a nice combination with the AA. That's great.
Yeah, that would be the hero. You just run at this Razor and blow him up insta. Doesn't really care about Bounty Hunter or Rubik either.
Which hero, sorry?
CK.
CK, yeah.
That would be my...
They ban SF?
Like, if I were to last to pick this, I would have taken Secret. I would have thought for sure it would have been Kunkka, and I thought Fnatic would take CK. If you had to ask me, like, what my 1 and 2.
No bonus time left for Fnatic.
10 seconds remaining.
So anytime that a Secret's taking,
5
I
seconds
think Fnatic is very happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got 1 second left. Oh, shit.
They are also talking about CK, actually.
Team Secret's turn to pick.
And they ban it.
William.
I had it.
Yeah, you had it.
Read. I didn't even need to listen to them, by the way.
No, I know. You said it before they brought it up.
Yes.
Don't worry. We're not doubting you.
Well, I was pretty all in on that concept, so now I need to read it. So I think then Secret... I think Kunkka is still okay-ish, and you can just go, like, move the lanes around.
Yeah.
You could go, like, Razor safe lane or Tiny off lane or vice versa.
Yeah.
That means Fnatic would...
Fnatic's turn.
Like, what's even good against that hero?
Ding, ding.
Okay, so it is Kunkka. So that confirms our Kunkka versus Gyro theory that they have.
Yeah.
And it's nice
like
against
that.
NP.
Yeah, they really like that.
And
Wave clear. That kind of solves the catch thing as well with the X.
Mm-hmm.
Precisely.
10 seconds remaining.
So then Fnatic takes...
5 seconds.
They have a good splitty lineup. Oh,
They go for the
TP.
push.
They thought it was mid gyro, so now that's going to be a safe lane gyro, I
Yeah.
guess.
I wonder how...
They think gyro's mid. They still think gyro's
Okay.
Is this a better draft, Will, for Fnatic?
I thought their game 2 draft was good too.
Yeah.
And I think their game 3 draft's not bad. I don't know how the Kunkka versus DP matchup goes. That's not a matchup I play often.
If the DP is mid. Because we're going to assume that mid 1 is playing the Kunkka in this matchup.
I mean...
Mid
You
one
can
is,
see it, right?
and then Envy's taken gyro,
Envy's taking
and it's
gyro.
Abed Prophet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess if she starts to run him down with a Siphon, he can X her and torrent her, maybe.
I think Secret might be just a little bit too good, but I'm okay with Fnatic's lineup.
Yeah. Is it going to be back-to-back champions for Secret here based on this game 3?
Yes, it is.
All right. What do you think, Ted? You think for the 3-0? You know, if Fnatic if Secret does win this game, this would be the 3rd DPC event in a row that gets a clean sweep grand final.
They deserve it. They've been playing really well.
They would deserve it, actually. They have been playing really well, but let's find out if Fnatic can edge their way back into this grand final with ODPixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Jivy. Yes, game 3 now. Team Secret up against Fnatic. I'm ODPixel. I'm here with Fogged. And we finally got that matchup that we've sort of been talking about, waiting to see this matchup. The Secret obviously are the ones that do like to do it. The Kunkka in response to a Gyrocopter lineup.
Yeah.
Not only a Gyrocopter lineup, as the panel mentioned, a lot of other heroes that this Kunkka can do pretty well against.
Yeah, I think Fnatic, I can't imagine that they didn't expect something like this coming, but I think they want to be able to deal with it. That might be why they picked this AA, because AA traditionally can be pretty good versus Kunkka, because if the debuff is applied with that Ice Blast, and you already then the Rum starts ticking down, you can all start popping to that one. But the theory behind the Kunkka, I believe, from Secret is that with the Rum, you can outlast the Gyro. So a lot about Gyro is about getting your flax out really quickly and doing all that damage out. So Kunkka, your boat is going to be able to counteract that really heavily, and you have a heavy amount of burst damage to deal with Gyrocopter early on. Because Gyro's one of those squishy kind of heroes. And we saw this actual exact matchup, right? When it was played from Secret versus Empire, they did these the Bounty Hunter Kunkka versus the Death Prophet. Yep. And that time, it was actually incredibly Kunkka favored. He crushed the Death Prophet, but this time it is Abed playing that one. So Abed is very skilled mechanical player. We'll see what he's going to be able to do versus this dual lane, though, because the Bounty Hunter does change the matchup up a lot.
I mean, we have seen the mid-1 Kunkka just do very well each and every time that it is picked.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're playing against it, what do you do? Is this a hero that you can try and pressure in the lane, or like how do you play around a core Kunkka? Because it's not something that the teams are going to be that used to doing.
I think the big thing is you kill him at the start of the fight. You completely burst him so that he can't actually get the boat off. But you get pretty tanky when you are playing this core Kunkka with the talents. I'm sure he's not going to take the armor, but once you get to like level 20 and the itemization we've seen a couple of times, you get very, very tanky.
Puppey will be able to grab that bounty rune again away from Universe, so Secret will get the 3 bounty rune advantage to kick things off. We'll see what sort of lanes come out. A moment, Universe will be backed up by DJ up towards the top, so Fnatic running these dual lanes in that will be matched for the most part for Secret, where with expectations on Puppey to be the most mobile during these laning stages.
Looks like the matchup that Secret wanted this time around. The Tiny versus that Nature's Prophet, so you can clear through the treants, and then the Razor versus that Gyrocopter, so they can put pressure over the Lincoln. As we said, mid lane, Puppey's gonna start there.
Just this early nuisance and harassment onto Warbed.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how much you can actually get, like, your last hits as a Kunkka versus the heroes like this Death Prophet. Like, sure, you're pretty limited at, you know, range. You're gonna get right-clicked a lot by DP, but using that Tidebringer to constantly deny. Quite nice, Abed. Doing very well already, though. 3-0. Mid one has a gigantic creep wave. Tower.
Bottom lane Father, trying to do his best to keep the static link up against Jara, so he can get that CS advantage down hit. To have good lock and control between himself and the Rubik. Opportunities to build up that static link. Really punch into some of these heroes. Jara and AA.
Puppey went for the courier there. Very careful with.
Yeah, something that I'm going to have to see Fnatic be very on point with. So many games where we see a bounty hunter come through, and even at the highest levels, a lot of teams seem to sort of have those moments where their mind lapses and the courier is unwatched and gets taken away by the bounty.
Yeah, Puppey's been really good in this series in particular about like the warning game and in just his reading of the map movements. We'll see if he's able to get those couriers slashed in mid. Here I see mid one getting very good last hits here. Pretty even coming between these two mid laners. And top universe. 8 denies already.
Holding his own very nicely against Ace. Did of course have DJ sort of hanging around, and as for Ace, he has pretty much been on his own with Puppey focusing on the mid and now also moving around towards the bottom lane. So Ace's lane certainly being the one that's getting sacked here by Secret.
Putting a lot of pressure onto Envy though. Sure, FATA doesn't have like the craziest amount of last hits, but it's denies really. 6 and 7 to the 4 and 3 of Envy at the moment. So they actually had to move DJ down to try to secure this. Expecting this pressure coming out from Puppey, they placed down a preemptive sentry.
Interested to see what sort of rotations we can have come out from Universe, as he is going to be able to get those sort of early items online very quickly with the farm that he's getting up top.
Ace is catching back up now though, getting a bunch of last hits. Trinks, as soon as DJ leaves, he has a much better time versus that Nature's Prophet. The tree grab.
See bottom lane, this tri-lane, Fnatic. Seeing if they can get in and involved. They have kept trying to sort of harass with a homing missile, but as it were, Secret actually able to destroy it most of the times before it gets close to them between FATA and YapzOr, just right clicking it down. Make for
grab on the time here.
Dragging back. They've got Puppey coming his way. So for the turn, he gets that slow off. Is it going to be enough for them to bring down Pi? No, the turnaround's there for Fnatic. They focus the Razor. FATA. Colby's going to proc just around him. They're going to be able to take him down, or are they? The stick charge is keeping him alive. DJ's got to get himself out of there with a sandstorm. They're both splitting. It looks like FATA's actually able to survive this as he keeps his distance. Is able to pop this out. It's actually going to be Secret who claim first blood as YapzOr zaps down Pi Lai Die. And they were able to get FATA out of there. The stick charges, the distance that he was able to keep between himself and the gyro, keeping him safe.
I actually cannot believe that he lived there too, because they isolated him perfectly, right? The full rocket barrage, I believe, actually just hit FATA during that. But having those high wand charges, as you were mentioning, from them spamming out the missiles over and over again, was enough to take that fight.
Look at this immediately towards the mid lane. Mid one. He's got the Torrent combo. He's also got Puppey in as well.
DJ very low.
Is there to back up, but with that burst strike, Fnatic, they'll be able to get one. They're going to be able to get two. Sentry down, they've got the vision. Perfect time for DJ to walk back out to the lane.
Mid one was very low when he walked up there with the siphon already attached to him there. Good rotation though by DJ, coming in with the sentry too to make sure they get the bounty.
Yeah, did have the DD rune on the Kunkka, I guess, just overestimated his damage output. Did not expect DJ to come in like that. Very important play there for Fnatic. Keeping our bed in a good place, but still the harassment adding up. Again, mid one. Going once again with the combo onto Arbed. Arbed will duke out the time. Quick siphon keeps Puppey at bay. And Arbed will be fine for now.
Level 6 too, so he can now go to the shrine. to heal up, but Puppey is not really allowing him to. While top Ace gets pressured, but TP's back to his turn. The courier here.
Oh, he's got a good shot at finding it, but yeah, I guess, yeah, the damage at the moment.
Damage isn't
not enough. He could get one hit onto it, that would be all.
If he's got the level 2 Shadow Walk, if you get high RNG on your base damage, you actually can one-shot the courier, but it's all depending on RNG up to that one, because you have a high damage variance as Bounty Hunter.
Top lane, another bit of a go onto Ace. This time around he went up for TP. Just walked towards Universe and a quick toss back onto DJ. So that Ace has the space to keep himself fine.
Abed's holding a skill point here, and mid one's about to be level 6 now, so they will have the boat available if they want to go for that kill threat onto Abed again.
Base boots as well on the Kunkka, so he packs that extra bit of a punch.
Pretty even farm down bottom. The Gyro and the Razor pretty much equal in last hits. Highlight Eye has an incredible amount of denies though on this AA 12.
TP DJ down to the bottom lane. So again, getting the tri-lane together, Fnatic. They may move elsewhere. They want to get mobile with this Envy Gyro, as it seems. As they're starting to sweep towards the mid lane. I think they expect for another play to come in from Secret on an attempt on Abed's life. And look at this, Abed moves forward. He's sort of baiting this play out. This is buying time for the rest of Fnatic to come in. Abed may still die though. He gets the round at any will. The question is if they can get kills off the back of it. They're trying, but the Torrent holds to turn them back. The homing missile connects. They're trying to focus down Puppey. He's up to the high ground. Universe coming in as well with the TP. Will right-click down one of them. They get the bounty hunter kill. You can see the intention there from Fnatic with that play. Now, Abed intentionally going forward to buy time for the rest of Fnatic to come in. Maybe Abed didn't expect himself to get bursted down so quickly, though, because he died just far too quickly for Fnatic to react in time, and they only get Puppey for the trade.
He tried to throw the silence, right, to stop the X, but the way that the timing works, it ends up just bringing him right back into that boat anyway. But yeah, they were trying to predict that movement, because they're like, okay, Kunkka's 6, they want to go for a play here onto this Death Prophet. So they did read the move, but not there quite in time to getting themselves that Bounty Hunter kill. Ace during all this, since Universe leaves top lane.
Down bottom, the first strike, cold feet prop. Do they have the right click to bring him down? I don't think they do with the backup of Ace and YapzOr. The turnaround's going to be there. They turn towards DJ. Ace gets the toss back. Actually toss DJ back into the face of this Razor. Is that going to get him killed? Oh, it's not. That was close though. That toss got FATA killed. He would be having words with Ace, but wasn't the case. Secret get the kill on DJ. They keep everyone alive.
Fast rotation coming out from that safe lane Tiny with the 114 skill build. So for prioritizing the tree grab in this instance, since he was laning versus the Nature's Prophet, so he constantly wants to deal with those treants.
Well, this time around in the lane, Secret are the ones to actually get the early lead. Okay, net worth advantage.
And now mid one is starting to be more of that active role. He's running around the map a lot more on the Kunkka so they can give this Bounty Hunter the levels, because Puppey, he wants to get that level 6 as early as possible for the tries.
Some of the cores of Fnatic as well at the top.
FATA here.
And Envy, they're going for the chase down. DJ has the burst strike. From FATA, they got the body blocks, buying time for Universe to TP in. Mid one does drop out the boat. The silence is out onto both of them. They have the run. It's not going to be enough to keep FATA alive. FATA will fall.
Very good silence by Abed there. That time he wasn't able, actually, the X was not in time with that silence timing to be able to pull him into that boat.
At the same time, down bottom, did have, I believe, trying to pick up some levels on the AA, but Ace was able to get in with the combo. So they do take out the AA. Mid one looking to try, maybe find an opening to put a stop to this push. The Tide bringer, Abed, close the gap with the Siphon. Mid one tying around with the Torrent. Back himself away from this tower, so Fnatic's presence should be enough to keep pushing on.
They're hitting heavily now.
Secret want to try and fight this here. They don't have the Ghost Ship up for 15 seconds, but they do have the X-Bar combo. They'll look towards DJ, drag him back into the telekinesis, holding him underneath the tower. DJ will get taken down. They keep the tower alive, Secret, and they push Fnatic away. Same time that Fnatic are able to hold their own bottom tier 1 tower.
Yeah, they know that Envy's pretty under-leveled right now at the moment. Envy's moving around so much. He's still level 5 on this Gyro at almost 10-minute mark, and his last hits are also not the greatest.
Maybe over-prioritizing getting this Gyro into the fights just a little too early. It could cost Envy if they don't find success with these movements. And so far, sort of got the odd pick-off, but other than that, Fnatic aren't able to sort of start just steaming through these team fights. Secret have been responding, and they have been holding.
It heals like the salty air.
Abed still has Exorcism available, so they could look for some type of push here. But this is the scary thing, right? When you're playing versus this like Kunkka and Tiny, there's a lot of burst damage versus this Death Prophet. So very hesitant to actually commit to these fights for these objectives with that ulti. But will be that armlet build on mid one this time around, as we've been seeing on the the core Kunkka, the attacker build or whatever you want to call it.
Got some farm on this top lane, does have backup behind him. Three members.
He's got his level 6 now, and they also have the level 6 on the AA, as well as Nature's Prophet, so they do have a lot of damage now coming in with Yazied.
This is go time. They get a burst strike onto someone, they'll be able to burst them.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Let's see what they can get. DJ leading the charge.
Universe TPing in very aggressively in the backline too. The ulti.
They're gonna look to dive the tower, but the burst strike's gonna be off the point. Ivanov will connect onto Fnatic, got MV moving in with the cooldown. It will be enough to pop FATA for sure. FATA will die. Managed to find DJ in return. Universe never punched down Puppey. The Ghost Team comes forward, though, straight onto the Jaradat to Secret. Get the 2-for-2 trade. They're going to get a third. The TP cancelled there by Ace as he comes in with the toss onto the AA. Fnatic, sure, they get the tower. They get a couple of kills out of it. The Secret, they're able to punch back hard, and again, they are killing off Envy's Jara.
It was only one track at least, so they killed Puppey right at the start of the fight. But yeah, slowing down this Gyro's farm more and more. Envy is... at least he's tied net worth with the Razor, that's the one thing, but he is bottom 5 net worth. YapzOr actually surpassing 2 of those 2 cores in the game at the moment. There's a lot of good steals this game too, right now having the Crypt Swarm. Always having the opportunity as a Rubik to get these like, these nukes, because then you can like trade out for a different one. You can do these like 3 nuke combos. It can be very powerful. That will be a Shadow Blade already finished up on Ace. He can go around the map and pretty much kill almost anybody on the side of Fnatic at the moment. They're all quite squishy. Maybe Abed would be like the only one that he can't actually just burst down.
Universe's knife gets a lot scarier now. The constant threat of he's hunting him down.
This courier here won't... He's starting to put down these deep wards, but to watch the movements of Fnatic so they can set up those defenses on the towers. Very deep wards coming out. FATA will be going for a hood. Heavy magic damage oriented draft from Fnatic until the later stages. They only really have Exorcism. The Gyrocopter, so Adrian gets big.
And the combination of hood and rum with one's Kunkka is...
Yeah.
It's going to make that Razor very tanky very early on.
They spot out Puppey right now. With these sentries they've placed, they also will get an instant D-ward. DJ will get done.
Got the vision, got the lockdown. Burrow Strike and Nature's Wrath, as well as the Ice Blast thrown down onto the bounty. Are able to punish Puppey for these movements, but Puppey, I'll say that's a job well done still for himself, as he's just creating all the space for Secret to pretty much farm wherever they want to.
Yeah, the 3 cores are still free farming. Envy still trying to catch back up though in this top lane. He really needs some HP items to deal with all this burst damage from Secret's draft.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So hard for Fnatic to catch out kills really until they have the Blink Dagger on DJ.
Quite a ways away from it too. Usually, sometimes you do see DJ incredibly farmed. This game is not really it. He's been getting a few pickoffs, but dying a lot. 3 deaths already on it.
Verse has got the Orchid complete. The highest net worth at the moment on Fnatic is Prophet.
Radiant's bottom
These silences could come in clutch if they can stop the combo coming up from the Kunkka, as we saw 1 or 2 of those previously. Puppey's on courier sniping duty now though. With these wards down, you did see it leaving the base. He's positioned. Wait for the...
Gets away with grabbing it on the way out. Is going to cut between the 2 towers, but they did see it.
Saw him for a second. Tower range.
Can't quite cross that little bit of the map without being spotted by one of them.
Looking for bot up here.
The silence. Grab the Ice Blast as well coming in. Burrow Strike from TJ, they've got it. FATA will fall. Mid one. We'll see if we can maybe try and catch him on the retreat, but the torrent won't quite be on the mark. Fnatic getting away with the Razor kill. Very important that they get these kills for Envy. that
got last hit. Okay.
Clement.
Yeah, he really needs to get those last hits so we can get this drum online because he's still pretty far behind. Still behind YapzOr and FATA in the net worth.
Did TP down there and pop the dust, just seeing if they could catch Ace on the retreat, but he's in the opposite direction, was able to keep his distance.
They actually almost claimed that bottom tier too. Ace was hitting that during that whole entire movement from Fnatic. And mid one will just go for a straight BKB. As we were saying, Fnatic's draft is very magic damage oriented.
Absolutely. And as you sort of said as well, with the Orchid, at least they had some way of sort of shutting the Kunkka out for some of the time of the fight. Now he doesn't even need to worry about that. Every single time, he's going to get his spells off. Pretty impossible unless you get the instant Burrow Strike into the full ultimate combo from Fnatic's lineup. Mid one's going to survive and he's going to be able to get the job done in the team fights.
Scan catches out mid one, trying to get that catch onto the Death Prophet there in the top lane. Bottom now, Ace, stalking Universe.
So they've gone in with the combo. 1, 2, and Sprout TP, is he going to get him out? It's not Ace. Simply cuts his way for the trees.
How many of them have Quelling Blades, actually? I'm looking. They have 4 Quelling Blades on the side of Secret to make sure that they can deal with that Sprout. Even Rubik and Bounty Hunter have one.
Offlane Pie. And they have found YapzOr. Easy kill for them there. YapzOr out alone.
I think they're realizing that he's playing super greedy on the Rubik, as YapzOr tends to do, right? Like, he's sitting on 53 last hit, so he's actually been farming a lot in those side lanes.
He's going to carry this time.
He finally gets it.
Didn't have any items on at the time. Puppey wrapping around towards the mid. He's on his own though.
Giving a lot of information. Pi during all this too has been placing a lot of deep wards to be able to try to watch Secret's moves. Especially during that last dive when they went for top, he got that high ground vision. Secret, they seem a bit content right now for the moment, farming for those BKBs, which seem very crucial for draft to take fights.
I don't think Secret feel under any sort of pressure at the moment. They know that they can have buy the time to, as you say, get these core items before they look to choose to fight.
Yeah, and they just keep pushing in the waves. That's like YapzOr's job at the moment, is pretty much you deal with the lanes while Ace and Puppey are going to just look for pickoffs whenever Universe tries to counter the split push. And Ace now has that Echo Saber, so his kill threat is way higher now.
He'll take the tier 2 bottom.
Yep.
Fnatic may be in position to find some sort of a trade up top. Level 13 on our bed.
I mean, Envy is... He's still bottom 5 net worth. He can't find a place. He wants to try to get like the comeback through kills because his last hits, he's only got 61. YapzOr actually has the equivalent last hits at the moment because of him being forced to run around.
That'll be another tower going in favor of Secret. Creeps push it on mid. That'll come in for the glory, and he'll find it. More money to the bank of this Razor.
They're looking for YapzOr up top now. DJ almost has his blink finish too. YapzOr seems to be aware that this is happening though. Kind of those BKBs. Mid one actually has the BKB finished right now. And I believe FATA's getting closer and closer. Ace almost has the blink. So a lot of items coming out from Secret, and they're just, I mean, this net worth is getting a bit out of hand here already. Getting now 8k gold lead.
It really is. This is Secret once again. Just looking almost flawless in their performance here on land.
They're looking for Pi here, mid one. They aren't going to be able to find it. And a trap.
Pi. Track goal for the team. Keeping themselves well ahead in this game 3.
And they're going to get the D ward on that high ground there that Pi had placed earlier. Like you look at Fnatic's draft, and they really want to be able to try to use this exorcism, but they haven't been able to in this game. No, he just feels like he really needs that BKB versus Secret's lineup for good reason. There's just so much burst damage, as we've been mentioning.
This lineup that Fnatic have, and especially when you look at it against the heroes that Secret have, you would not expect Secret to be the lineup that have taken a tier 2 already, whereas Fnatic's have only been able to take 1 tier 1 tower.
Yeah. And they have to be careful too, right? When they have like Pylai Die dying in these situations, in some of the games it's perfectly fine. But when you're playing versus a Bounty Hunter, those kills really do start to add up. DJ now has a blink though, so they have a way to start the fight, which they really were lacking before. BKBs are at the ready, at least for mid one and almost FATA. Envy's so scared. He actually just, every single time he's like wanting to step up to farm creeps, but Everything's being pushed into his side so heavily.
Still just trying his best to find areas of the map that he can push out. So far, he's been getting away with it quite well. He has only died the once on the Prophet.
Ace is on the prowl though for him. He knows that Universe was up top. Being shown.
He's in Pi. Close by to Puppey. Puppey gets the ward down.
They get the dust though.
They do have the sentry down. They've got eyes on him and they'll put the ice blast immediately onto Puppey and they'll pop it. Puppey will fall, but YapzOr mid one. They've got the control onto Pi. They'll get a return kill, and it is a track kill.
And FATA comes in for the AoE gold too, so that's definitely worth it. They expended a sentry as well as a dust. Get that track money. Now the BKBs are all done. 3 BKBs for Secret. How can Fnatic run into this, especially when they're gyrocopter? Envy still just bottom 5 net worth. He's just not getting a break this game to farm up.
Secret with definitely more than enough means ready to push down a lane and look to enter the base with these BKBs. It's going to be almost impossible for Fnatic to hold back that sort of push now.
It's a lot of the pressure on Abed and Universe. Abed at least has the BKB ready, so he can actually walk into the fight a bit, but there is also a lot of physical damage coming out from Secret, the Tiny as well as that Kunkka. They do hit quite hard here at this moment. The itemization. Puppey spotted. DJ now bottom.
DJ is not going to be able to TP out of that one. Tries to burrow strike his way out of the tree line. Puppey and FATA will go for the chase. Does get the blink off. See if YapzOr can close the gap. Does have burrow strike and the Yule Scepter. Burrows forward. Finds his range for the telekinesis. Tracks DJ back. They've got the kill.
3-man track.
He's still a little bit on his own here, but what comes in with the backup and Ace? There's the BKB, heals the 5. And Envy just gets comboed down by the Tiny. Pi and Abed trying to retreat from mid one. See if mid one can find the chance for the X mark. And he can. He's trying to stand for Pi. He's trying his best to heal up, but at the end of the day, all this has done is bought time for Puppey to come in, get another track out. Pi will fall.
They're getting completely outmaneuvered around the map. 13k gold lead. And as soon as Envy shows his base for the first time in the last 10 minutes in a fight, he just gets burst by Ace.
DJ will be able to burrow out from the bottom. This game, I mean, this series has just looked impossible for Fnatic.
It's completely out of hand now at this point. They've got so many luxury items, and now they're already breaching the high ground.
I mean, it's just been incredible how well Secret's been playing this land. This is something that, sure, I mean, coming into this Corsair DreamLeague Season 9 LAN finals, you would have looked at Secret to say, yeah, these guys, they certainly got a chance of taking it, but I don't think anyone would have expected them to just look as dominant as they have and so consistent as well, more so than any other team here that we have at LAN, just constant control of each and every game.
Especially with these like different looking drafts too. They're very unorthodox looking drafts. I mean, there's like Bristol back in last time. They're really liking this Kunkka as well versus the Gyrocopter. It's working out phenomenally for them. And at this rate, they're not going to drop the game but they do find mid one now.
All right.
Big pickoff, DJ. These wards coming out from Pi.
Maybe that's what Fnatic need, you know, a bit of the cast to curse magic. See what they can do though. Sure, you take a mid one down for 40 seconds. Can you actually get anything done with this time? It's in fact in mid lane, even though they're the ones that found mid one. Arbe's now in trouble. Just got that by the telekinesis. The combo comes through from Ace, and that is Arbe gone.
FATA though top has the BKB available. Pi's gonna get turned on here.
With the sprout, FATA, he doesn't have any way to cut himself out of this trees, and that's what we call a classic YapzOr. They'll get FATA. They'll get out of there. 2-for-2 trade when you're 15k behind, they'll take that. Those little gold swings, certainly favoring Fnatic. They're going to need a fair few more of them.
We're gonna get a lot more of them. Universe will snipe the courier, so there's a little bit more gold.
All right.
Going their way. But Envy, just about to have this BKB finished up mid one towards bottom to look for him, and Envy will safely TP to base. So BKB's finished. They will be able to survive a bit better in the fights.
Getting the tools together. They are. It's going to be hard, ever so hard for Fnatic. They need those perfect combos. They need DJ to kick the fights off big time, but mid lane, DJ. Be careful, Ace. Doesn't get the combo off in time. Abed will get tracked up. Silence comes out onto both of them. Will be enough to force them back. Up top, Universe. Looking for Yap. Got the Ice Blast on target. They've got the vision for the Nature's Wrath. Will that be enough to bring him down there? I don't think it will. YapzOr will survive. FATA's actually going to be able to come around with the BKB, pick up Pylon Eye. Cannot cancel the TP of Universe. Universe gets out of there.
YapzOr also switched his no field to defensive aspect right afterwards too, to make sure he doesn't tick down low enough to get popped by that and they find themselves a kill. And continuing this aggression, all the lanes are pushed in heavily. They're just keeping tabs on all of Fnatic's heroes with these deep aggressive boards too. They're just so reliant on DJ being there for this disable, but all the big cores have those BKBs up, so it's really hard. They have to pretty much use everything to burst them down in unison.
Universe is continuing to try and find the space up top base. He's got his eyes on Envy, goes in with the combo. Envy will be safe though for the time being. But the tree! Oh! Taken down. Ace on point and on target there.
They're just not letting Envy have any fun this game. Every time he shows, he dies. And they're still just pushing all the side lanes in every single time, looking to get these pickups.
Their eyes on Ice here. Jump board is pretty beefy. Does have that BKB. Not really the hero that you want to play around with. Silence comes out as Pi will throw out the Ice Blast. The Pi will fall here.
Mid one really wanted DJ there. He's trying to get the play on.
DJ's actually going to go for the epicenter play, but he can't get the jump off in time. But able to get the touch off, cancelling any chance for a blink initiation.
Took that, what, the unstable current, I think, hit DJ?
I believe so.
Yeah. And that's stun too. Like Ace walks in, and because he's already level 20, he's got that big status resistance, so that Sand stun hits him, and it pretty much instantly wears off. And he's even gone for, he hasn't even gone for the full damage build, as you saw it pointed out there. 20% magic resist and the 350 HP, so sitting at 3,000 health on this Tiny.
And now they've got a full-out pipe on FATA. All the tools are secret to just withstand the damage coming out from Fnatic's lineup.
I mean, they're just getting further and further ahead. It's almost 20k gold, or 16k gold lead right now, almost like 15,000 experience lead as well, and we have yet to see an exorcism.
They're going to try for a smoke play, Fnatic. They don't have epicenter though for this. Can they really do something? They're going to jump in onto the Kunkka, but he's already X-marked himself, so he's going to be able to drag himself back a bit outside of the cooldown. And now, this is going to turn. FATA, Ace, and YapzOr turn from the fight. They look towards Abed. Abed gets the BKB up, but he just gets choked down by Ace's physical damage. They'll lose DJ as well. That is not the hero you want to go on. If you see a self-X-mark Kunkka, you can't jump on him. He's always going to get out, and there's always going to be a chance for the rest of the team to respond.
And now they get the rush. I think that was Fnatic maybe ideally wanted to go for that smoke plane to rush with the exorcism, because they haven't been able to use it this game, and still, Secret will not allow them, and now it will get closer to that 20k gold lead. And an Aegis now.
High up top, he's being hunted. Puppey's got his eyes on him. Oh yeah, it looks like he was able to just juke out of the vision. High. He's hiding, he's hoping, he's praying, but he's been found. May actually be able to bring down Puppey with him. With that cold feet, he will. I'll take that. 1-for-1 trade. Sure, it was a tranquil course for Secret. Bottom, FATA, opening up onto Envy. Envy going for the TP out. Will get away. His net worth lead growing. Universe nearly has the money for the nullifier. Maybe that will be the answer to these BKBs in search of Secret.
I still don't see how they can take fights. These heroes, they're so durable.
There's a full-out Daedalus on Ace. This Tiny, absolutely massive.
Look at this, like the 3 Fnatic heroes are sitting inside the base at the moment, while Universe is the only one really making moves and farming around the map. You saw how Abed in that last engagement, he pops BKB and just dies to the heavy right click that comes out from Secret already. They're still not able to find any usages of the exorcism.
A bit of a quiet time now between the sides as Fnatic coming out of the base, but constantly staying grouped together.
Secret are smoked, and with this Aegis, they could look to actually go for the high ground now. FATA looks like he's actually queued up that Aghanim Scepter next on the Razors for them to be able to force this.
Burst has got that nullifier gold. And go to pick it up. Secret with the smoke. Will they catch anyone? FATA just sort of baiting out a play down bottom. Ace and YapzOr will reveal themselves. They're up onto the base. In fact, FATA just flings straight in. They're onto the tier 3 tower. Fnatic, they have to answer this if they want to keep these racks alive. Ace starting to beat down upon them. Missile onto FATA. They have got a good ice blast coming in from the side. We'll catch on to 3 of them. With no real follow-up, and in fact, YapzOr, he's going to be the one to blink in. Telekinesis onto Envy. Envy backs himself away. There's the jump in. He goes for the Envy. Have they got the damage to bring down this target? They've got another fight from Universe. They'll be able to take down FATA. He'll get Ace's Aegis. Mid-1 with the BKB trying to move forward, but with the BKB's up on Arbed and Envy, they can chase towards mid-1. Ace is rounded up. He's trapped. He will pick up a tree. Look for the escape with the Siphon. They're bringing Ace down low. Try and get himself out with the Invis from the Shadow Blade for the Ghost. They're bringing him so low. Can they finish him off? Pine trying with the right thing. Universe comes in, but instantly with a lift from YapzOr, they grab the Nature's Prophet, hold him up. Ace will still survive. Arbed falling incredibly low here. The torrent isn't enough to kill him. There's the jump off for YapzOr with the Crypt Storm, and YapzOr cleans up. He's going to get Pie as well by the looks of it, chasing him down. Takes out the AA. They're found for DJ, the last one left alive, but the torrent's through. Another track kill for Secret as they find DJ. Triple kill for YapzOr.
The most ideal situation there for Fnatic. They get pretty much the perfect fight coming in with that, with the nullifier, as you pointed out, canceling that BKB initially, but the strength of Secret with this advantage is way too much for Fnatic to deal with once
they do have buybacks, and they're going to throw everything on in this. They want to protect the buyback from Arbed. We are going to see the Burrow strike come forward. FATA catching as well now. Arbed will buy back. They know that they have to use this opportunity to find some kills. FATA pops the BKB, looks towards Envy. Envy, he's got to get himself back to base. Is he going to be able to make the miss? He will survive, but they've lost the AA, and they'll lose the racks as well. Secret taking the melee, now looking towards Arbed. X-Mark setup with the self-fuels. In fact, TJ's going to jump forward. The Ghost Ship comes forward. Arbed pops the BKB, but they've lost DJ. Both supports down for a fair bit of time. Arbed trying to walk himself back to base, but FATA's built up the damage with the static link. Not quite back up Envy. Universe does get caught out as he was trying for mid-1, but mid-1 with that armlet, able to keep himself alive. TP's back to base. He's got the X-Mark to bring it back in. As they'll clean up that bottom set of racks. Secret now with a 27,000 gold lead.
And YapzOr on this Rubik just styling, getting these instant jumps, getting the Ice Blast steal as well. Look at his net worth, top 4 on this Rubik.
And they're ready to look for a second set of racks. Torrent connecting onto Envy. Arbed trying to slow them down with a multi-man silence. A mid-1 just chunking through the creep waves with this Crystallis. One shot and they're gone. And there's the combo. Telekinesis Ice Blast attempted onto Envy. Post the BKB, trying to run himself away from FATA. He'll make it. Does get back to the fountain, but he'll have to wait there a few seconds whilst that Ice Blast debuff is upon him.
It's an Aghanim's Blast too, so it does last a lot longer. And it gets him!
I mean, YapzOr's going to stay absolutely well. In fact, he may even live out of this one. YapzOr trying to get himself back. No, he does fall. Arbed trying to get himself back. The BKB self-fuels. He's so low here. The Ghost up to can Arbed keep himself alive. He tried to turn with the Crypt Swarm, but the X-Mark's there. Will drag Arbed back into the hands of base. Arbed falls. Fnatic, they've lost 3. DJ comes forward with the epicenter, but there just isn't the follow-up damage that Fnatic need as GG is called. Secret are your champions here at the Corsair DreamLeague Season 9. Taking the series 3-0 against Fnatic.
They just look on a completely different level, to be completely honest, in these games. The movements around the map, everyone just needs to be farming pretty freely, and it just seems like there was nothing Fnatic could do in those points. They set back this gyro so much. Envy was forced to make all those rotations, and Secret, without dropping a single game here at DreamLeague.
Absolutely. I mean, this roster, we